Hello everyone. Recently, while watching YouTube, I happened to come across a lecture by Po-Shen. He is a professor at Carnegie Mellon University and also served as the coach of the US team for the International Mathematical Olympiad. I found his talk incredibly insightful and I immediately thought, this is something I really want to share with many people, especially with parents and students. So I decided to make this video. This lecture offers very deep insights about what you should learn in the age of AI and what kind of education our children will need in the future. In this video, I'd like to share three important messages from Dr. Lo's lecture that can help us prepare for the future. The age when there is no single right answer. We are now living in a time when clear right answers are disappearing. AI can already solve problems and find information faster than humans. So the question is, what should we learn and how should we think in this new era? As I mentioned in the opening, today we'll explore three key ways of thinking that can help us survive and thrive in the future. Humans may lose the competition against AI. Dr. Lo says something quite striking. He says that within a few years, humans may lose their position as the most capable species in competition with AI. We are already living in a world where AI is catching up with human knowledge. Simply having knowledge, information, or problem-solving skills will not be enough to compete with AI anymore. So, what abilities will humans need in the future? The skill of survivor is the ability to combine ideas. The key skill for the future is the ability to combine ideas. Dr. Lo calls this synthesis. It means connecting different kinds of knowledge, experiences, and thoughts to create something new. AI can process massive amounts of information, but the ability to make truly original connections is still one of humanity's greatest strengths. Pillar 1. Do not take away children's chance to think. The first principle is this: do not take away children's chance to think. For example, when parents write their child's school assignment for them, or when adults step in and solve problems that children should struggle with themselves. It may look like help, but in reality, it takes away the opportunity for children to think. Children develop logic and creativity by struggling, making mistakes, and figuring things out on their own. The limits of past exam-based learning. Traditional education has often focused on memorizing past exam questions, repeating patterns, and scoring well on tests. But in the future, the ability to create questions will become more important than the ability to simply answer them correctly. In other words, the world will need people who can generate new ideas, not just reproduce existing answers. Just asking questions is not enough. Here's another important point. Nowadays, many people say that asking good questions is the most important skill, but AI can already produce answers that sound like they come from experts, even when they are wrong. So, what humans truly need is not just the ability to ask questions, but the ability to think deeply and develop their own ideas. Pillar 2. A philosophy of beating others will eventually fail. The second principle is this: a philosophy centered on beating others will eventually lead us in the wrong direction. Competition based only on superiority can create anxiety and endless stress in society. In the future, A mindset of growing together will become much more important. Happiness is contagious. There is something interesting about happiness. It spreads. When one person grows and thrives happily, the positive influence spreads to others. It can change 5 people, then 500 people, and eventually even society. For me that's actually why I started this YouTube channel. Like main teachers, I have some students who struggle with memorizing vocabulary or who need to hear grammar explanations several times. So I thought, why not start a YouTube channel to help them? As I kept making videos, I realized that these lessons might help not only my students, but also others who need them. And since I can also use these videos in my classes, it motivates me to keep creating more. Thoughtfulness, the best network of the 21st century. Natolo says that the best network in the 21st century is thoughtfulness. Trying to understand others and being willing to cooperate creates an environment where people grow together. And at the center of that environment, there are always great people. Pillar 3. Step outside the system. The third principle is this: step outside the limits of a single system. Many people spend their lives competing within systems that already exist. But real opportunities are often discovered outside those systems. One practical piece of advice: learn English. Here's one last piece of advice from Dr. Low: learn English fluently. And I promise I'm not saying this just because I teach English. English is not just a language. It's a key that can connect you to other systems around the world. Through language, we gain access to new ideas, cultures, and opportunities. 3 principles for the future. Let's summarize the 3 principles for preparing for the future. 1. Give children the chance to think for themselves. 2. Choose a philosophy of growing together rather than beating others. In other words, grow together instead of trying to beat others. 3. Don't stay trapped inside a single system. The era of memorizing the right answers is slowly coming to an end. What we truly need now is the ability to think, to connect ideas, and the courage to explore new paths. I'm trying to practice these principles myself every day, and you can do it too. Thank you for watching. If this video made you think, please like and subscribe. I will keep sharing powerful ideas about education and the future. Bye.